I want to talk about rotating as a carry. Let's look at this post right here. This is from Reddit. So this one, the post was saying, when do you rotate as a carry after laning stage? Hey guys, first off, big shout out to all people making Learn Dota possible, from low MMR players asking interesting question to high MMR players taking time to write guides. I've been an avid reader of this subreddit and made my way to 3.5k effortless. Thank to you. Wow. So reading this subreddits actually helps some people. Maybe I should try that. I now have question I'm struggling to find answer to. What are the requirements for a carry to rotate to the enemy safe lane? I understand the perfect scenario, which is dominate your lane, get your levels and items, hero dependent, but for instance, it's level 6 plus Aquila plus threats of hero like PLOCK. Use a catapult wave to get enemies offlane T1, minimum 5 or 10. Use this power spike to TP to enemies offlane and pick off their carry, then push their safe lane T1. Enjoy their jungle and make it your home. Play the rest of the game as a god. I don't master yet the rest of the game, so let's stop here. But now, what if you won your lane but mid and offlane got destroyed, or the enemy carry is stronger than you when it's come to time to rotate? I appreciate all your answers and opinions. They will definitely help me a better player. Okay, here. Um, let's look at the answer. Why do you think killing an enemy's offlane T1 is a power spike? It only gives your entire team 100 gold and a bit extra if you get the last hit. I would consider taking the enemy's offlane T1 as a minor advantage, which slowly snowballs toward your win condition. You seem to believe the optimal first rotation for a carry is to help take out your enemy's safe lane T1. What's your reasoning behind this line of thought? Sometimes people have preconceived notion about things which they haven't given much thought about. I recommend you think about it and perhaps put it into words here so you can review for yourself if you're playing the game right. My own personal perfect scenario is one where I have gotten big enough to solo kill the enemy offlane or harass him out of the lane, and when I am in zero danger of being killed by any kind of ganks. Having vision near enemy offlane T1 would be a huge plus, so I can push toward enemy T2 and potentially farm the jungle camps near enemy shrine. If possible, I would like my team to pressure the other lanes and take the enemy offlane T2 without losing anything. It doesn't matter if your enemy try to defend their T2 or try to gank you, you're forcing your enemies to expand resources to defend against your one-man push, lol, and you simply go back farming jungle or then rotate to another lane to take your easy 4v3 or 4v2 fight or a free tower. In general, I would say you have to consider rotating when you feel like farming lane and jungle is somewhat dangerous. If you feel like you absolutely cannot farm in lane and even farming jungle is potentially dangerous, you absolutely must rotate somewhere. Of course, if you feel like you could get enough teammates to help you out with your lane to defend against or a push or a counter initiator on a gang, or something that works too. You could be farming jungle camps near your offlane shrine, or farming enemy neutrals, or pushing elsewhere. Whatever works. Rotating is not always about taking towers. Your job is as a carry is usually to secure as much as farm as possible to maximize your impact in the game. Remember, there are only 5 heroes in the game to defend 3 lanes, and early on most heroes aren't mobile enough to defend the entire map. You simply make a rotation when you feel like you can achieve more things elsewhere on the map. For example, you're farming in your safe lane alone while denying your enemy offlane everything. After all, you support secure your lane enough and you outlevel your enemy offlane by a few levels. The enemy mid and support decide to gank you because they don't want you to get too big. You see them walking toward your lane. You can then proceed to farm jungle. What if they teleport to your lane? Simple, just teleport to offlane and take that easy offlane tower since two enemy heroes cannot teleport anymore. It doesn't matter if your other lanes get destroyed, you simply judge for yourself if some fights cannot be taken. Even if the enemy mate outlevels your mate by 4-5 levels, most of the time the enemy mate won't be able to 1v3 your team. It doesn't matter if your enemy carry is stronger than you, he is not going to be able to defend against your pose or stop you from farming your own jungle camps. Of course, some games are weird and you have to do different things. Like if you have a visage mate, you may want to stick as 5 and push when the visage player judges that he is strong enough to do so. Or if you have to exert a lot of pressure on certain key heroes, otherwise the game goes downhill from there. Also, yes, taking out enemy safe lane makes it safer for you farm to younger camps and make it harder for the enemies to farm them. But that is no reason for you to stick around and enjoy the jungle. Oftentimes, that is a hot spot for WhatsApp. Okay. He said, "Thank you, sir, for taking time plainly all your insights." The answer To answer your question, I'm a 3K scrub, new decision making, and trying to learn how players think. For instance, 2 weeks ago, my idea of a carry was to farm, then so at 30 minutes, minute 30 with items and hope I win team fights with my team. Down, yes, I know. My idea behind rotating early is to take up my advantage to the other lanes to shut them off. By advantage, I mean I got level 6 7 and my starting core items before the enemy carry, and I feel like I can threaten him. For instance, I would feel so good as a PL level 7 moving Terrorblade level 5 7. I get now that he just can go to my safe lane to farm since I committed a TP. And now I also understand that starting them off can be done by maximizing your own farm and move only when it hurts them the most, or when I'm in danger. Go to jungle where the peers are. Okay, thanks, sir. Please point out any dumb stuff I say here. I'm glad you could consider. You basically have the right idea now. However, keep in mind that higher level your opponents maybe start to have the same thought process as you. Common for both team play around each other or in mid game. You could have Radiant play around top lane while Dire is playing around with bot once rotation starts. So currently, if three heroes come to your lane and gank you, you teleport your offlane to post. Most likely, three hero coming to your lane will disperse. At high MMR, what simply is going to happen is they push your safe lane and you push the enemy safe lane. Anyway, since I happen to be a PL player, what's your user skill build for PL? Mostly, I simply go something similar 214 digits. Okay, all clear now. Thanks, man. Regarding PL, I know the Max Phantom Rush. So the conversation keep going on. Let's look at this one. Assuming you are talking about rotating to the opponent's sibling, there are some conditions that will make it more likely to turn out favorably. Take their offlane T1 if possible and show the way win. If not, you can have some like your position for walk to bottom, farm a bit, and get some level TP if needed. Ward around their T1. Ward around their T1. You are stronger than their carry at the point in the game. Line-up timings such as Helm Dome, Aquila, Catapult Wave, and cooldown like Dragon Swarm that will make contesting you very difficult. Okay, guys, what do you guys think about rotating as a carry? Um, just put it in the comment section. Whatever you think, just put it in the comment section so others can benefit. Thanks for watching.